were leading a team today that blocked the Odinga Street, and you were saying that there's a lineup already, probably part of the reason that the ballot papers were missing.
Thank you very much, Mercy. First, it's not an allegation, because the Secretary General of Jubilee Party, Honorable Raphael Tuju, this evening confirmed that indeed there was shortage of ballot papers. Our problem was in a polling station where you have more than 1,000 voters, they were being given 100 ballot papers. Now, over 900 or over 1,000 voters would then not have voted. And we thought that was going to be unfair, and it was just across all the 6 constituencies and all the polling stations, and that was definitely a recipe for chaos. And of course, secondly, we didn't block Odinga Street. We just had a small rally just to say what, as aspirants of this county, had agreed upon on how to move this process forward and overcome the challenges that we have had. But today, as the governor of this county, because my competitor has been moving around saying, oh, that is propaganda, there is no shortage, I think I've been vindicated by what the Secretary General of the party has said. What we have also said is, as the aspirants of this county, we are against any interference from any quarter on the elections on who is going to get what ticket of whatever position of elected leaders in this county. And indeed, we want to say that what we are experiencing in North Rift is actually an interference from handlers of the office of the Deputy President. And we want to caution them that as public servants, if indeed they want to engage in politics, the most responsible thing to do is to resign and come and contest if they are interested in politics. They cannot be moving around this town bragging, sisi kama serikali. It is only the President and Deputy President and the Governor who can say sisi kama serikali. Kwa sababu mimi naendesha serikali ya county. Hawa ni wafanyikazi wa serikali. Na kwa hivyo hawana ruhusa yote kusema sisi kama serikali. Hawa serikali ya nani? Thirdly is to say that we would also like our competitors to be civil and stop dividing the citizens of this county on tribal lines. Going around telling this tribe, oh, you know, so-and-so doesn't like you, vote for me, you know, I'm your son-in-law and so forth. This is all other nonsense. You cannot be claiming to be running an issue-based campaign when you are busy dividing people in, you've sunk as level of being nepotic by telling them that, you know, I'm your family. I think that is not what we want in this county. And we want to move forward, and we would also want to ask that our competitors should also be truthful. I had my competitor today, Buseki, saying, you know, abusing other members of parliament like Oscar Sudi, that, you know, he doesn't have papers. But I would also want to ask him to come clean about his academic qualification. Is it true that he has a D-? And if he has a D-, he must tell us how he acquired a degree. So that before you remove a speck in other people's eyes, a log in other people's eyes, you can also remove one in your own. And I think those are some of the things that, you know, when you speak as a politician, you should be careful in what you say, because the same statement can also haunt you. This morning, they were busy saying, oh, you know, Mandago is a coward, he doesn't want to go for election because he has sensed defeat. But they wanted to go on a sham election because they knew that if we do a fair, credible nomination, there is no way they are going to win. For me, as a governor of this county, I have a track record to present to the citizens of this county. The fact that they have some written documents saying, oh, we have a written manifesto. I've worked in public service for so many years. We've seen so many documents gathering dust. For me, what I'm running is a practical agenda of this county. I had my 10-year plan during election. That 10-year plan is already documented as part of the CIDP of this county, and that is what I'm moving forward with. My competitor is just trying to come up with theories of being a manager. But you know, also to be a manager, you must have some basic qualification.
Governor,
I'm a manager from nowhere.
All the best with that, with the competitor. But now the party primaries have been cancelled today. They will still come up because the candidate has to be picked from Uasin Gishu County, what has been termed as a definite direct ticket for a stronghold. Do you still believe that the party primaries can still be free and fair?
Yes. Why not? It just depends on how those who have been given the responsibility to conduct primaries do. If they are truthful, if they are honest, if they are committed to the process, and they make sure that the process is flawless, then we are definitely going to have credible nominations. And the most important thing in any primaries is the availability of voting material. If we have sufficient ballot papers in every polling station, we have proper organized transportation mechanism of how to transport the ballot papers from the center to the polling station, how to transmit the results, which is not also a very difficult thing. We have only 30 wards in this county. We need a maximum of maybe 2 vehicles or 3 in every ward. And we already have agents, we already have polling clerks, we have presiding officers. And I think if they can only avail enough material, then credible nominations can still be conducted. However, let me say that Tuju and his team really embarrassed this great party. We've worked so hard as part of the political leaders in this country and in this county to build the party and even brand it as a national party. But for them to just come in one day and be unable to conduct proper nomination even in a single county is just a total embarrassment. It's just a total failure. We don't even know whether we should move forward with the same team or the party leader and the deputy party leader should reconsider those who have been picked to handle the process. I think it is the highest level of responsibility from those who are concerned not to have really counter-checked to see whether we had sufficient polling papers in all the counties, not just Uasin Gishu.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Governor. We will continue talking to you even with regard to the primaries coming closer and you giving your opinion with regard to the entire matter. There you have it, the current Uasin Gishu County Governor Jackson Mandago giving his take on the today's that did not go so well party primaries here in Uasin Gishu County. Back to you in studio, Lillian.
Many thanks for that. Mercy Kandia is in Eldoret and she's been talking to Uasin Gishu Governor Jackson Mandago.